Hola, ¿cómo está? Familia y chicos. Hello. What's up? Family and friends. Had to
Hi.
think about that.
This is Saturday night. It is the last night that we have to go out, or that we go out for Carnival in our ministries, and we're out until 1 o'clock. We thought we'd show you the sunset back there. Yeah, and you can't see the gates of Carnival, which we were kind of hoping you could see from the roof, but over here, behind that big apartment building that's going up, is where the gates are, so it's kind of in our way right now. And on the other side of that is a new park with a bunch of really cool stuff in it that wasn't here last year when we were here. I did a video this morning showing the base, if you want to check it out. Just a quick tour and how everything has changed and how it is looking now. We're on the roof. Normally it's locked right now because they're not finished and there's a lot of little kids on base and they don't want them falling off, but Lucas was kind enough to let us come up here to show you guys all the view.
We got the railings done. The railings are all on now, but there's just other things that have to be done. The roof has to be sealed. There's junk on the roof from us painting and mounting the rails and that, so that's why nobody's allowed up here yet. But
Yeah.
the railings are up. Amish did an excellent job of welding, and I've helped paint and mount them, and it's along with a bunch of other guys. Yeah, so hopefully they'll be able to use it soon. So because it's just a beautiful place to be, to come and see the city.
And it's very cool, even though it's humid out. It's very cool up here. It is 6:30. The video I showed this morning was about 9:30, and it was quite quiet. It is now 6:30 at night, 6:45-ish, and it is loud. We are on the roof, and you can hear everything happening over at Muchachas, the bar that's down the street. That music will go until about 4 o'clock in the morning, just before the roosters start at our house, which are wild. But yeah, we'll fill you in on what's been happening this week. I have been in the kitchen cutting cauliflower and broccoli and carrots and helping cleaning, setting tables, just your basic, regular, everyday restaurant duties. Armando is still trying to teach me how to cook for 300 people, 200 people. I keep telling him I'm not sure where this is all going to come in handy since it's just Dennis and I. Yeah, I've just been working with all the guys. It has been really good. We have slowed down on base because the Amish have left, the September DTS has left, the Equip students have gone, the Bible School of Nations have left. So basically all that's left on base right now is a few people that have come for volunteering. I think there was 15 of them. Then the students and staff. We're still busy every day, and this week getting ready for Carnival, and the last couple of days we have been out. The first night we were out for Carnival until midnight. Last night we were out until 12:30. Tonight we're out until 1. On the first night I went out, I'm on media doing photography, and I also do evening worship photography, which I have to go do tonight. But the first night we went into the gates. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little freaked out because everybody kept saying about how you had to be careful that you stayed with your group and you didn't get separated and you didn't stop, because if you stopped and your group left, you could just get carried away with the sea of people. Our video from week 3 we did on the Malecon. On Thursday night, there was more people on the Malecon on week 3 than there was on Thursday night for the first night. There's a lot of vendors still not set up. There was a couple of big concerts in town where they figure most of the people went to. Those of you who came on the house build last year, you knew the music that was playing in the Pulmonias, and the Origas, the music that's blaring. It was those kind of concerts of that traditional Mexican, Spanish, Latino music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just So it was, we could have gone bowling down the main road. Whoa, turn with us. We're going to show you the other side of the Mazatlan. And then last night I went to do justice ministry, where I had thought I'd be working, or not working, but taking photos of the policia, the local security, the army, military men and women. But we actually wound up, we were at the cafe, the coffee shop, and it was, we were working with families, or like I was taking pictures, but they were doing things with families to encourage healthy families, healthy growth, and getting away from child labor, which is quite prevalent here. But it was also just letting kids have fun and kids be kids. And then we left there and we went, part of our group went and just kept walking down the Mazatlan and found people to pray over, to love on, some healing praying. What else did we do? It was just basically, as we walked down, whatever we saw that was needed prayer for, we were doing that, along with some of like all the other groups that were out. Tonight I am going to be going with the art ministry, doing photos, and one of the groups is going to, the art ministry groups are going to be with the skate and surfers. So we'll see how this goes. God once again has been asking me to step out of my comfort zone, and this nighttime photography is not easy. It's making me feel my age, because I not only struggle seeing things in the dark, but I also am struggling seeing the little tiny settings on my camera with the really pitiful little light that's on it, and I can't put my glasses on and take a picture at the same time, so I'm off and on, off and on, off and on, trying to change settings, and it's getting a little frustrating, but I'm learning to be humble, and I'm learning a lot of humility. And talking with Gertie tonight, she said that she was exactly the same 2 years ago, that I should not stress, because they're asking us to do extremely hard, not just photography, but also it's not just that it's nighttime photography, it's also the pressure of it going, being on social media. Quite a few of my photos have been used in the last few days, and feeling that pressure to make sure that they are just right, that they are just, whatever that we think that they think they're looking for, or we think they're looking for. And trying to do photos that would hit both what am I trying to say? The Latino
the Latino market,
that's not the word, but yeah, and the Western markets for photos. Audiences, yes, because they are quite different. If you take a look at the YWAM Mazatlan and the Hukum Mazatlan, a lot of the pictures are similar, but there's also a big difference in the audience, target audience, with the photos. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this week, last week, and this coming week. I have a couple of days left where I might be in the kitchen. We have a day where we will possibly be going out to Stone Island to have a look at some farmland that was donated, for one of the ministries. So yeah, and that's what I've been doing.
I was sick one day this week, so that knocked off one day. The rest of the time I've been helping up on the roof here, trying to get this done. This has been a big project, and they've been really pushing to try to get it done, so I've been helping there when I can, with the regular maintenance duties that I did at the beginning of the week. Getting ready for cafe ministry, and if we turn a little bit, we can see the big white house that is all lit up right there. That's where the cafe is set up, and we've got to tear that down, set it up every day. So that keeps us busy for the most part, and then there's most of the day, or a lot of the day, is spent with prayer, worship, and intercession. And we have not witnessed the Spirit moving as much, or I can say I have not witnessed the Spirit moving as much in my life as I have, not just in Carnival, but since we come here.
The last 3 weeks.
The way worship takes place, and just, yeah, it's very powerful. The first night of Carnival, I was, the Lord showed me how His harvest works, and I was able to pray with a man 50 years old, my age, who had been running from God all his life, and the Spirit just asked me to go over and pray with him. I grabbed another, our leader actually, Joshua, to come with me, because he was a Spanish fellow, and I just assumed he spoke Spanish only, so I went over there. But when we got there, he spoke English, and yeah, he just accepted Christ, and it had absolutely nothing to do with me. God just let me witness that as He spoke through me in prayer, and the Holy Spirit had been working on this man's heart for some time. His mother had been praying for him all his life. It was just very powerful. And then last night he showed me the other end of the spectrum. I had a man from Edmonton that stopped in for coffee, and I talked with him. He was a Shriner. He's been searching every religion he can, and I shared Jesus with him, and he just outright and told me that that was okay for me, but he felt as long as he could sleep at night, and every year on New Year's he would take stock of the year, and as long as he felt good about himself, that was good enough to get him into heaven, and he just outright rejected it. So the only thing I could do for him was pray that a seed had been planted, and I hope somebody else will have the opportunity to see that harvest. So both situations had absolutely nothing to do with me. I just was there to be obedient and do what I was being asked to do. So there's been a lot of that going on in my heart. Yeah. And it's just so cool how He puts things into your mind, and you either write about them or draw them like I did this morning, and later on that day or that week or whatever, He does exactly what He told you to write down or told you to draw, and it's powerful. I don't know how else to describe it. So yeah, and next week, like Jody said, I've been asked to go take a look at a piece of farmland that hopefully will be used for future ministries, just to give my opinion on it through a holistic farming, somebody that's practiced holistic farming, just through my eyes, and so that's what I know I'm doing next week, and what else I'm not sure yet. So we'll see what all that brings. Hopefully a day or two to rest, because Carnival is hard on an old man.
Yeah, God has been really speaking to me this week. It's just more and more reiterating the whole just trust and obey. And today during our worship and intercession, I was just he was saying just go. You need to pray with this girl that was sitting beside me, and I was praying into her, and she was praying for me, and then there was a young girl downstairs that I've gotten to know over the last couple of days, and I just went and prayed for her, and she looked at me, and I wrapped my arms around her and was praying for her, and I don't know if she heard my prayer, but she just hugged me back afterwards, and she said, thank you. I just thank you. And I'm sitting there, and God showed me somebody else that I can pray with and pray for, and He brought Sammy into, not our Sammy, he's another young man that's here who just finished his September DTS, and he's still here. He's getting ready to go home, and I went over and I prayed for him, and I said to Dennis, and I know we could turn out all the lights downstairs in the intercession room that's in the video that I showed you, and you could pick Sammy out easy, because he literally glows Jesus. He is just so full of love and life, and I think he's 26. I have never met such a wise 26-year-old as Sammy. He's just amazing, and we just feel so blessed to have gotten to know him while we were here, and so many of the young people here are just such an inspiration to us. And I know that our journey didn't start when we were 25, 26 with YWAM that way. We started with our kids, but just, you can't help but sometimes wonder, what if we had done it different? But not that we would change anything, but it was just amazing to see the wisdom that is in these kids, and the love, like the love of Jesus. Ooze sounds such the wrong word, but it does. They're always ready to pray. They're always ready to give somebody a hug. They're always willing to, without being asked or.
And there's no judgment.
No.
That's the thing. You can tell them you were an axe murderer. They wouldn't blink. They just start praying.
Yep, and they would just. Thank goodness you stopped.
Yeah. It's something else I have to share. I just feel like I'm supposed to share. A lot of these things that we're experiencing, when I hear about them back home, I think to myself, yeah, right, okay. God, yeah, sure you work like that. I've never seen it or whatever. But when you come in here, and it doesn't even have to be in YWAM, God moves everywhere. But when you are being obedient and doing what He's asking you to do, and you're releasing your heart to Him, you start praying prayers, and people come up to you that do not know you and start praying for exactly what you just asked God to help you with.
Yeah.
And there's no way other than the Holy Spirit telling them that they knew. And that has happened to both Jody and I, and we hear reports of that coming out of Carnival regularly, like when we do our debriefing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, I wish, I pray that everybody gets to experience that, because there can be no doubt in your mind who God is and how much He loves you when those things start happening. Like I say, people have no idea what you're praying for or who you are, and they walk up to you and word for word.
Yeah. The theme for YWAM Carnival this year is revive, and it's the Ezekiel, the dry bones coming to life, and we sing that song every day, and it's just, that's what we're seeing when you're going out. It's just dry bones, and the healings we have seen, and the not just physical healings, but the spiritual healings that have been happening, and the family healings. It has just been wow. I'm not even going to bother, because I said it in the video this morning, that unless you've experienced it, and I know some of you have, there's just no words to explain it. There's nothing to express the joy, the awe, the peace, the contentment that we feel. And we're bringing it home with us, so be prepared. There may be a little bit more dancing when we're in the pews at church. Not gonna lie, not gonna apologize. There may be a bit more hand raising.
We slugged somebody in the face while we're worshiping.
Sorry. Lo siento. Yeah. But yeah, so this is tonight. This is basically what's going to be happening all night tonight. And yeah.
And tonight is the big naval fireworks display starting at 10 o'clock. And from what I've heard from other people over the past years, it lasts for about 20 minutes, a half an hour, and it covers about a half a mile or a mile of ocean front that works are all set up on. So it should be an amazing display.
Yep. So yeah, thanks for dropping in again, and have a good weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday, today's Saturday, and we'll see if we can get another video in before we go. I'm still trying to work out, I was thinking maybe I might do a post with movies, an iMovie with that is just some of the worshiping that we've done. Like, you got to hear it. Like, we can't express how the floor vibrates, how the windows vibrate, the walls shake when these young people sing and get going. But I just hope that I can make a video that can give you just a fraction of the intensity of their love for Christ, their willingness to just step out into the unknown and say, okay, God, here you go. And it doesn't matter how old, like we're talking kids from 17 up to 80-year-old guy, Phil. Body surfing. It's amazing. So have a great night, and thanks everybody. We really appreciate your prayers, and yeah, drop us a comment, send us an email. We'll be home in a week. Bye.
Sadly, bye.